Hello everybody, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War Stainless Steel, the Aragon campaign. Last time we left off, we defeated the Portuguese at the Battle of Fez. We defeated the Portuguese at Burgos. We defeated the Portuguese at Oporto. And we have since pushed them all the way back to their capital here at Lisbon, which we are now besieging from the likes of
Julian
Ramirez, Santiago, Barrientos, and of course
name thy enemy, Lord.
The hero of the Battle of Fez, Prince Ildefonso the Merciless, with all his 5 catapults. I wonder if the 5 catapults will be enough to knock down the walls this time. As, for those of you who do remember, we already tried to take Lisbon once, and we ran out of ammunition before we could take the walls, so we're not going to make that mistake this time. There is not an awful lot to do in this part other than simply
send them to hell or worse.
Take the city. So that's exactly what we shall do here. Need to just make sure that we've got the right settings on. Yep. Still apparently an even fight, 2-1. I do beg to differ, game.
They will regret
but let's find out
first. Kill them all, men!
So, let the battle commence. It has been rather a while since I last did a video on Medieval 2 Total War. Yeah, I think it's been about 6 months. The set of updates that you might have just seen come up, I actually recorded those quite a while ago. But this one, I am now recording presently. But yes, just feel the need to get this campaign a little bit, you know, get a few more parts to it, and get it towards its finale, which is exactly what we are planning to do here.
Do not let the chance of ransom stay your hands in this battle. Our enemies need killing, that's all!
Oh, was that it? Oh, right. He gave quite a rousing battle speech last time. I guess not in the mood today. So, we're not going to make the same mistake this time. All our catapults are going to fire at the walls rather than just the tiny flipping gates, which I think is what probably messed us up last time. We should be okay because we've got a couple of siege. We've got siege equipment. Should we need it? A lot of spear militia. I am ever so slightly worried that we might not have enough. Troops in this one army. Our AI definitely has enough troops, but we'll have to see. Okay, I think without further ado, it's time to take the fight to the Portuguese. Let's destroy the walls. Yeah, because we're attacking from 3 different sides, obviously they're having to spread their defending forces out quite a bit. So we might not necessarily want to charge in there quite as quickly. And kill quite a few of their spearmen doing this. But yeah. Once we've taken down the wall, I think we will pulverize the troops in a couple of other places as well, or try and take different segments of the wall down. Like if we take the wall down here and the wall down here, we might trap a lot of their spear militia up on the wall, which will make it somewhat easier to to take out the enemy. They have quite decent range, these catapults, actually. They can actually hit these troops here, so that might be worth looking at. Nah, they're coming off the wall. They realise they're in pretty grave danger. Are they going to come off the walls, or are they going to just simply move on to this one? Because what we will do is, once we've taken the wall down so that we can definitely get into the settlement, yeah, they are doing by the looks of things, we might move on to... Oh no, they've come down off the wall. Well, we'll see them. But yeah. Yeah, it's taken a while to take down the walls here, just a little bit, so... we'll have to see. Yeah, quite a nice landscape by the sea here, you know. What are they doing? More spear militia there. The walls start to crumble, and we're nowhere near running out of ammunition this time. We're not going to leave them on 96% this time and have to force a retreat. And then again, even if we do, we have siege equipment this time. Make sure that that doesn't happen. I believe that sound means that they might have, one of our AIs might have actually engaged the enemy here. Oh. Yep, they're already up onto the walls. Yes, whereas my army is quite content to sit back and deliver the final blow. Yeah, 82%. It's coming down now. Tell you what, might as well get the ram in place. Because why not?
Give grace to God. We have captured the enemy's walls.
Need to get in there eventually. And the walls fall.
Excellent! We have breached our enemy's walls.
Let the battle truly commence. I want these catapults to get in there though. I mean, they might not be... No, don't do that. You'll just fire on your own troops. Yes, we haven't got any archers in this army, barring the ones controlling the ram, which I didn't actually realise. You know what? There's no point running. Don't wind yourself. Let's just, you know. Okay, let's see if he can't hit the mailed knights from there. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to aim though. I don't think they can quite fire over the walls. I think they can only fire through them.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
I think they're going to fire straight on our... Yeah, you know what?
The battering ram is in place.
Let's not do
that.
that.
It will not be long before our enemy's defenses fall.
Otherwise we're going to kill half our own troops. Yeah. No worries. Oop. Right, let's cause a blockade. Let's have them all form up there. Oh, maybe not. The enemy's got a bit of a problem here because it's having to fight on 3 different fronts, which means it's not going to get very far. It's kind of killing my my allies' troops, but we're going to make it almost impossible for them to be able to hold out. Okay, I want the cavalry to ever so slowly, ever so carefully make their way. You might want to take the ram out. Now let's group them together again. We want them to make their way into the city. I think they're going to send their Genettis at us. Stand by me if they do. I think our ally is making their way up on the right hand side. I think they're committing most of their forces against the left, but I don't think they're going to get... I think they're trying to pull them back now. They're going to try and concentrate on the centre. Okay. We need to keep moving because these Genettis will just pound our enemies to death, our infantry to death otherwise. I think what we need to do is send our cavalry around. They fighting? Yep, they are. There we go. Yeah, we kind of do need our allies to join in this fight. Because our yeah, oh, here they come.
The battle is in our favor.
Oh,
if we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Oh, that's something I didn't see, because that will have quite dire ramifications on the campaign map if they end up fucking getting their own generals killed. I didn't think that one through.
Our noble brothers have lost their leader. Without their general, they may lose heart and flee.
Great. Oh, that's brilliant. I can't tell who that was. I think it was Santiago Barrientos. Oh, this is the... Yeah, I didn't think that one through. We won't lose the battle, I don't think, because of it, but I think it is still a fairly bitter blow, is that. It's one less general we have to lead our troops. They're sending a lot of their troops out as idiots. They sent their general in beforehand. What on earth? Wow. Well, Lisbon has been it's been rather a thorn in my side a couple of times now in this game. First we lost the first battle of Lisbon, now we've lost our general. We haven't had the greatest amount of luck at taking this city. Yeah, the battle is soon to be reaching its finale, one way or another. We've got our cavalry coming up this way. Oh, and they've sent some alpha rats of their own through my breached gate, through the breach that I made.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yes, they are dying. Slowly but surely. In fact, we are breaking through quite heavily now. To just do, they've only got their archers in place. They're bringing their spear militia up eventually, but yes. To tell you the truth, I think yes. Unfortunately, the AI is obviously not as effective at using their their assets as obviously a human counterpart. Yes, our spearmen are just getting killed, but they are doing quite well against a lot of quite a huge amount of cavalry. Our cavalry are also doing fairly well because they're not really sending anywhere near as much. I might just have to break them off just to run down these imbecilic spearmen that decide to run straight through our army. Break through. And Prince Mendo is now lies slain. I think this might be it, guys. We're nearly there. Yeah, they're being flanked on two sides, and they're getting peppered by arrows on the other. Turning into a little bit of a mosh pit here, I suppose, but yes. I think it might be time to speed things up, but I'm going to also make a cut in the video here, guys. I'll just be 2 seconds. Okay, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. I'll just advance the time ever so slightly. I might even back my AI off just because.
My lord! Our men have taken control of the city!
Just in case I don't lose my other.
The enemy king is slain. A worthy enemy, but no less a dead for that. We must press our advantage.
Yeah. And their king finally falls. Soon to be the rest of their forces, and indeed the rest of their empire, and their civilization will be wiped from the face of the earth. As our AI finally commits a few spearmen. Oop. On earth. Camera's deciding to have a freak out right at the last moment. I think there's just the general left, the general's bodyguard. There goes one of them. Any moment the other one will fall. And there he goes. And that...
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Well, a crushing victory there. Did lose quite a few troops, but I suppose that's to be expected in a siege. The siege of Lisbon. However, it did come at a cost. It did definitely come at a cost. One of our generals lost his lives. I can't remember who it is. I think it might have been Santiago Barrientos.
We tore them apart, my lord! Victory! We have
And there we go.
This
We
place
will
is yours,
occupy
my
the
lord!
settlement. And obviously the Portuguese cardinal dies. Faction destroyed. Portugal is no more. A noble death. Yes, indeed. Santiago Barrientos.
Orders?
Who I believe took Burgos, possibly? I can't quite remember. Sounds a bit bad, doesn't it? I can't remember. Yes, Julian Ramirez was the one that took Porto. But yes, he came down, he rushed all the way down from Burgos to die at the gates of Lisbon.
Your Majesty.
A tragic loss. His sacrifice will not be forgotten in the eyes of his countrymen. But that, obviously, is the end of Portugal. The Kingdom of Portugal is no more. Iberia is unified under the Aragonese banner. And so, a new chapter of this campaign begins. I've been eyeing up these territories in North Africa for quite some time now. I want them. And we, Sicily, are not going to make it very easy for us to simply take them. Our victory conditions require us to hold 25 regions. We also need to hold the cities of Jerusalem and Granada. But also we need to eliminate the factions of Sicily and the Moorish Caliphate. The Moors, as you will know, have already been destroyed. But Sicily, who it must be said, our relations have been getting progressively worse over the years, almost as if they know what is coming.
Where to, sire?
Yes, they are next on the chopping block.
Where to, sire?
And we need a plan to deal with them. A plan that is already beginning to come to fruition. There are several generals in Zaragoza. However, there is only one of them that I consider anywhere near able to lead such a campaign. Ignacio Ramirez here, at age 16, is military minded. He could be a good candidate. Lope the Lazy, yes, no, possibly not him. I need to actually have a look now and see. Hernando the Chivalrous, he's administratively minded, but yes, he's probably not the right man to lead such an endeavour. Eusebio the Chivalrous again. Administratively minded, probably not the right candidate. It's almost as if I came into this thinking I had a plan, and now I don't really. I'm a little bit annoyed because Samantha Barrientos would have been one of the men probably to lead the attack on Sicily, but we will have to contend ourselves with Julian Ramirez and Ildefonso. Right, we better repair this wall, which has, let's face it, taken a bit of a battering over the last few years. It has to be said. We want to probably keep a few of these troops, if I'm totally honest with you. We certainly want to retrain some of these. It's quite a well-trained army, this. So I tell you what Juan Ramirez is going to do. He's going to lead his forces back to Valencia, or which one is upgrading to a fortress? Is there anything? I think the only one upgrading to the fortress is Oporto, I believe. Nevertheless, he can return to Granada, I suppose. Not Granada.
Your will.
I don't think. Valencia, sorry.
Orders.
He's going to take a ship on the boats, which will get him there quite a bit quicker.
My lord.
Should take only a couple of turns. And
yes.
Ildefonso has quite a lot of catapults and stuff. He needs to keep these catapults because they'll take quite a while to retrain if he doesn't. I'm almost tempted to combine some of the spear militia.
Yes.
And
orders.
In turn.
Yes. Your Majesty. Yes.
Okay. I think Ildefonso is going to lead some of these troops back.
Signor. Yes. Orders. Your Majesty.
Lisbon is not happy all of a sudden. Okay guys, we are back. Sorry about that. Yes, Lisbon is not particularly happy. Unrest, yes, they're not happy about the rule. Okay, in that case...
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Prince Ildefonso.
Who do I face?
Behind.
Split in orders. Yes. Your Majesty.
Yes, the Libby archers we can probably get rid of.
Orders. Your Majesty. Yes! Your Majesty. Orders. March! Your
Right.
Majesty.
My apologies, I'm going to have to just
Orders. Yes!
sit around for a moment to just
Orders.
getting these guys together. Right.
Yes! Your Majesty. Onward!
No, there's just one unit I need to get rid of.
Orders.
Come
Your
on.
Majesty. Orders. Move out! Merging up, Your Majesty. Yes!
Combine the hoplars. There we go.
My
Okay,
lord.
that will do.
Combining forces, my lord.
And then I'm sure we had another set of boats somewhere. Where did they end up? Maybe not. I could have sworn we had more boats. Or did I combine them all into one fleet, possibly? Oh well.
Your Majesty.
I don't like sending troops overland, and it's quite a valuable army this, so maybe we just...
Yes!
Okay.
Yes, my lord.
Orders.
Okay. Never mind, we'll send them
Move
to
out.
Toledo. Oh well.
We
we'll send them
continue
across the
tomorrow,
shore.
my lord.
Name thy enemy, lord.
It would be really nice to send him with them, but... Oh, you know what, never mind. Just send him there. Just send him with the army. Oh, we can't now, of course we can't. Right. Oh,
Yes.
they can just go...
Orders. Your Majesty.
There we
Let
go.
me strike, my lord. Yes, lord. Creating a huge fighting force.
Okay,
Stopping for the night.
we got there in the end. So, Lisbon will have to go on to low tax rate, which is fine for the moment. That will do. Right, okay, never mind. To be honest,
The problem.
I think we
What
might
is
have
the
more or less
name, my
done
lord?
everything for this turn, so I think that might be a good
God's
place also to end the part. As we are approaching the 30-minute mark, so yeah, I think what I will do,
Sire.
some of these spies can make... Yeah,
Where
we can send some
to,
of these
sire?
spies west.
Without a trace.
That's east, Josh.
I will hide
Never mind.
until morning.
Yes, we can send them east into towards the boats, basically. One more thing, I might actually recruit another assassin in Zaragoza, just to get rid of these last few heretics. Other than that, though, guys, I think we've come to the end of today's part. So, join me next time when, well, I don't know what we're going to do next time. Probably a few parts of pretty boring management as we prepare for our invasion of Sicily and North Africa. Join me next time. I'll see you then.